Hi there. Today we are doing a beer can chicken in the little barrel smoker. For this one, I'm going to use the 12-inch filter. So there's what they look like. Black and catfish got nice crust. Alright, so a little R2 here comes up to temperature, and I think he's almost there. I'll go ahead and prep my chicken. What I've got is I've got about a 6-pound chicken that's been brining. A brine I made up this morning, most of the day. And I'll post the recipe for that brine at the end, I think. But I'm going to go ahead and set them on the little chicken stand here. Well, shit. Forgot to put the beer can in there. I need to save a little bit of this beer for the corn later on, so I'm going to set that off to the side. That would probably be good about drawing some bugs. Put the beer can in there, that's what the whole thing's about anyhow. Yeah. Now we're back on track. And most of the time I would cut the little neck out, but I'm going to just fold it over to help create a seal there. Not that I expect much of the beer to steam off in the first place, but you know. And then we're going to cut Mr. Chicken dry. This guy's kind of a beast. He's, look at that, 6 pounds. So he's going to take most of the day to cook. I'm going to try to keep it around 275 on the temperature. And I've got a little R2 underneath the canopy because it's going to rain today. It's been doing that all week for us. So we're in this stuck pattern and pretty high temperatures and pretty high humidity, so we've been getting a lot of violent storms in the afternoon. And it is the beginning of our holiday weekend, so I plan on for the next 4 days, that's why I'm all set up, for the next 4 days doing all our meals out here to kind of film them. And then in the daytime, earlier in the daytime, while we're off, we're going to probably go to Land Between the Lakes, do some adventuring there, and come back here and finish our afternoon in camp. Okay, so now I've got some mayonnaise. The mayonnaise light, it doesn't really matter so much what kind of mayonnaise it is. Most of it's going to cook off, but we're going to just use it as a bit of a binder for our seasoning. Hope that's enough. And we're just going to smear it all over our chicken here. all good here. I am a mess. Of course. All right. Now I'm gonna do some less of this. And for seasoning, I've got what is left of my Emerald's knockoff Southwest seasoning. I need to use that up, and there's not a whole lot left, but just short of 2 ounces, so we're gonna season him up really good with that. That's as best as we're gonna get with that. Chicky ready here. Alright, so we'll set Mr. Chicken right on here. Okay. And throw that to the ground. And we'll stick our little probe in there. Turn him on. Turn him on. And we'll put that little guy back on there. And then for smoke, I'm gonna use mostly hickory. And I've got some mesquite too that I'm going to put on a little bit later, but I'm going to try to get a little hickory base first. And we'll check on him every hour or so, but we're shooting for an internal temperature of 165, and it should take a good 5 hours or so. Okay, so it's right at an hour. I did put a few little wood chunks on a minute ago and checked on the coal, added a few of those, but I'm trying to clean up in the other camp area too, so I'm going to just put that on there, let it go another hour, and then on the middle rack here, we'll put the baked potato down. And being that it's not a real high temperature for baked potato, I'm going to let it go for a long time. So I'm going to give it at least a good 2-hour cook, maybe 2.5 on the baked potato. coming along pretty nice. The temperature of the chicken is holding at 127. It has been for a little while now, and we'll just keep an eye on it and let it keep going. And currently, no rain. Alright, so it has been an hour and 5 minutes since we were here last. Not a big deal on the potatoes, just two baking potatoes. Clean the skins off, rub some olive oil into them, and then just some foil wrap them. So not a real big deal on the potatoes. And then we're gonna take them over here. And get them on the middle rack. And might as well peek on the chicken while we're here too. It's looking pretty good. Don't want to do that too often though and lose all the heat. Alright, so just checked on the chicken. I'm looking for 165 and he's right at 163, so it's not going to be too terribly wrong. And I'm going to get the corn started. The potatoes have been on for just short of an hour. I really wanted them to go about 2, so chicken does need to rest a little bit too, so that's going to help. Yeah, so we're doing something a little different today with the corn. Something I periodically like to do. It's been a little while since we've done it this way. Tastes pretty good. So, and as always, uneven ground here. So let's try to trick the foil right away, and it's behaving the way we want it to. That'll be good enough. Some of that beer that we saved earlier, so we're going to give it a little bath in that. Sorry for not being able to see, but I wasn't planning on the wind. Alright. Okay, so you can't see very well, but just trust me, I'm not pouring a lot either once you get towels. Just getting it kind of covered, and then we're going to sprinkle some Old Bay on it, and then roll it over to the other side, sprinkle some more on it, kind of roll it up like that. You get the idea. That's going to leak out, but going to do this other one off camera. This is going to do the same thing. Then what we're going to do is we're going to let it sit over here on the middle rack with the potatoes. Oops. And we'll let the beer steam the corn. Okay, so the alarm just went off a minute ago for the temperature probe. So, ooh, oh, look at him, he looks good. So we're gonna pull the chicken. And let him rest. Make a little tent foil for him. Or a little foil tent for him, that would be a better way of wording it. And we'll let him rest about 15-20 minutes before cutting him up. And then that should give us a little more time on the corn and potatoes. Alrighty, so Mr. Chicken has rested for a pretty reasonable amount of time, 25 minutes or so. So let's see here. I want to keep most of this foil for a few minutes and weight it down. Still very hot. There we go. Yeah, he's really hot. Try this over here. Hey, Roofie, you do me a favor? I just need an extra set of hands.
Am I gonna burn myself?
No. I might, but you won't.
Okay.
You need to be on this side. This side.
So what am I doing?
The ring's not that hot. Just hold it. Thank you.
There.
Okay. That's good.
Safe to lick my fingers?
Yeah.
Oh, good job.
All right, now we're back. Okay, so we're only going to have half a chicken today. Wait. It's the last of them. I don't want to spill it. Strong table would be good. There. Ooh, hot juices. Oh, that's going to be good. Very good. And I hate that all that's running away. Wind. Okay. So, for lack of space, Ruthie, which would you rather have? The wing drummy or the wing two-bone part?
Oh, I won't eat the end part.
No, not the end part.
I don't know what that means.
Well, there's the two bones, or the little...
Oh, that little one's
Okay.
Yeah. Can I see if that's got worms?
Yeah. Drumstick or a thigh?
Whatever's smallest. That.
Because I don't have a lot of room.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to bring that other stick.
All right. There it is. It's still juicy. Oh, that's real good. Yep, real good on the thigh too. Okay. Well, let me get the rest of our meal. I turned my back for a second and I had a little flare up, so this one I'm almost willing to bet it's got a little char on it, which is fine, I don't mind. I'll set it off to the side though. Eat it myself. Alright. So, years ago, I worked at Holiday Inn in the mid-80s. There's a chef, Wilton Guyant, taught me how to do this. And every time I do it, most people find it kind of fascinating. But an easy way to just take care of your baked potato. Just poke a bunch of little holes in it with your fork. Just think of a football and these little strings. Ooh, that is hot. Let my fingers cool off for a second. Anyhow, so just treat it like a football with little strings and then just pop it. Again, so down the middle. doing this one kind of diagonally on it, but it doesn't matter. You get the idea. And then just pop it. See, this would be her corn because it doesn't have the big burn mark on it. Ooh. And this one I think it may have had a better day. Well, no, not nearly as bad as I was going to say. So, good thing for multi-wrapping. Alright, give me a second to clean off part of the table and then get the rest set, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so let's dig in here. So, I showed you the chicken already. Here, let me give you cooked all the way through, nice and tender, still juicy. Now she's going to want salt and pepper on her potato. I'll put pepper on it, a little bit of salt maybe. See how the corn came out? I was worried about this particular piece because of that flare up. If you've never tried beer steamed corn, you should. It's not heavy, it's not dominant, just a hint of, and then it sweetens up too as it's in the corn, so it's really, really good. How you doing up there, Ruth?
It's good.
Hey, go away.
Yes, it's buggy.
You weren't invited. Hey, go away. Potatoes done.
Potatoes very good.
Alrighty, so thank you for hanging out with us on day one of our 4-day 4th of July weekend. It didn't rain like they said it was going to, but that's okay. We've had a good time. We've got hammock camp cleaned up, so probably hang out there tomorrow. And I want to thank you guys for watching, hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time.